and welcome to Tarot Cafe and all things woo-woo. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate your support. So today we're doing a general reading for Pisces for the month of February 2017. I've done a 3-card spread. I've already pulled the cards and shuffled and all of that. At the end of the reading, I will pull a oracle card from my shamanic healing deck, which will act as your advice card. And if anything else comes in, I'll definitely let you know. So for the month of February, we'll start with the context for the month, which is the Moon card. The Moon card is all about truth, and it embodies illusion, fear, misunderstandings, the subconscious, dreams, deceit, and generally charged emotions. Usually embodies hidden things. So there might be something that you can't quite see this month, whether it's enemies or insecurity, falsehoods. There's something that maybe you're just unaware of for the moment. But what I like about this card is that I always think that there will be illumination that comes from the shadow. And I think whatever it is that is in the dark for you right now, it will come to light. And I don't, a lot of people don't like the Moon card. I like to think of it as, in darkness it itself can be radiant. The moon is brilliant and yellow and shining and glowing, and it's made of light and love, and it will illuminate what is being hidden from you. And I think that's important to make note of. So I think there could be at the present time some sort of mental confusion around a situation, whether it's in your career or in your relationship, in your love life, some confusion or some illusion around something in your current situation. Again, this is a general reading, so you have to take what resonates with you, whether it be your relationship or in your career or whatever. It could, for some of you as well, indicate increased psychic ability. That's just something that's coming in now. I'm feeling that I need to say that could apply to some of you out there, that you could have increased psychic ability. If it's pertaining to a career, I think you're not feeling particularly emotionally stable at your career. You can't get a hold on it, and I think you need to be careful of what you don't see. Pay attention and really listen to your intuition this month. Pay attention to your feelings, and there may be rumors at the office or misunderstandings. So pay attention to your instincts, and because they're probably right. Whatever it is that you think is going on probably is going on. I think in terms of a career, it could also indicate that there are openings, there are opportunities there, but they just haven't happened yet. They haven't come to light, So I'd be a little bit patient. again, listen to your intuition and your feelings around that situation. In terms of a relationship, I think some of you are in a relationship where you just know that something is off, and you're becoming more emotionally connected and in tune with what is actually going on. And it could be that you need to listen to what, your partner, he or she, isn't saying. Sometimes we pay attention to all the things that are being said and don't listen to what isn't being said. And that could be important this month, to pay attention to what isn't being said. So just, if you feel like something's off, maybe you should be realistic about the situation and just pay attention to those feelings, because they're probably dead on. Now the focus, this is interesting, the Knight of Swords, which is sort of facing the Moon card. So, I mean, the Knight of Swords is very smart and swift and witty and sort of comes at you really fast and hard. So I feel like there's going to be some sort of decision that's going to be quite resolute, and you'll overcome these obstacles. Or this could represent somebody coming to your aid in this situation that is in the dark. So maybe an outside person will come and sort of, come to your aid and help you in this struggle. Sort of it's the kind of the fixer. He comes in and he fixes it for you. Knights in general tend to stir things up. So I almost feel like whatever is being hidden is going to get stirred up and come to light. And you will get the illumination that you're looking for, and you will get the truth. Whether this is your energy or somebody else's energy, I'm not sure. That will, as I said, it's a general reading, so whatever resonates with you, take that. And in terms of a career, it's sort of a not settled energy, and stormy, and you're sort of struggling with everybody. Could be disagreeing with colleagues, or this could be somebody coming in and sort of stirring it up and helping you get the illumination, helping you get to the truth of the situation. Sorry, I just had to have a drink. In terms of a relationship, this card is sort of saying, be realistic about what has to give. If you're in a stormy relationship, you might be in a situation, in a relationship that's stormy, and this person just never really commits. Or maybe it's you that you never really commit. You give what you can, but, that's it. You just can't give anymore. But there is some hostility. The clouds sort of represent hostility and arguments. Somebody who's maybe lacking patience in a situation. So I think whatever it is, it's going to come to light. So it's going to come at you fast and hard. It's going to be quite resolute, and I think you'll get over these obstacles. And maybe this is the energy that's required to get to the truth of the matter. And then we move into the outcome for the month, which is a great card, the Empress. And the Empress is all about prosperity, productivity, abundance, fertility and growth. I mean, just really a lovely card. So I think in terms of how this all sort of ties in, somehow at the end of the month, I just feel like there's some sort of resolution to this issue. There's some positive outcome. This is generally a yes card. So if, for example, you've got a situation in a relationship where you've been wondering, for example, if your husband's been cheating on you, you know, this is the secret. This was the unknown that you didn't know. Well, at the end of the month, this will be a yes. Yes, he's been cheating on you. This is the truth that you're going to find out. That's just one example. And that may only apply to some of you. And it may not apply to any of you. Again, it's a general reading, so you just have to take what resonates with you. But it could be that kind of a situation where the truth does come out, and yes, you find out the truth. Now, sometimes truths are not great, but at least when you find out, you can move on, right? You have the illumination that has finally come to you, which enables you to make decisions. You know, maybe you're in this sort of rocky relationship and you didn't know what to do, but now maybe with this truth you will know what to do. So sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. Never easy, definitely not. I know, I've been there myself. Never easy, but sometimes that's what we need to push us out the door, to make us move on and find better things. If this is pertaining, because this card is also a lot about fertility and babies, so, you know, if you've been in a relationship where you've been having some difficulty conceiving, this could be a yes to, you know, now you're fertile, now you're ready, or now you're actually pregnant. It could be a lot of people finding out that they're pregnant in February, or a lot of people finding out that they're fertile to become pregnant in February. So that's great. It also is, I mean, she's the, you know, she's the divine feminine energy, and also might be indicative of the wild child in you. So be open to new ideas, new people, new things. And sometimes it's hard to leave the past. Sometimes it's hard to remove ourselves from situations that we know, even if they were dark and there were hidden secrets. But, you know, look at it, you know, the future's bright if you sort of dare to move on. So I would definitely do that at the end of the month. It looks like this will be a good month for you. And then you look at the cloud cover card for this month, which is the Ace of Cups. And this is, you know, this is a great card. There's a lot of emotion attached to this card. And it also ties in with the Moon card in terms of awakening to your intuition, awakening to truths and your feelings, and again, your intuitions. It's usually about the beginning of, like a new beginning, which sort of ties in here a little bit with the Empress card here. And, you know, new beginnings, the new flow of emotions. So here at the beginning of the month, you maybe are leaving something that was quite emotional for you. But the cloud cover here is saying, that's okay. You actually have help from the divine. They're coming in. They've got you. They've got your back. There's wind at your back to help you, and it's full of potential for a relationship. Time to sort of move forward on a new project that involves love, lots of emotional partnerships, anything that has to do with empathy and compassion. It definitely move forward. And I mean, for others, it could even indicate just unconditional love. Now, that could be in a current situation, in a relationship that you're currently in. It could indicate this finding out that you're pregnant, and that unconditional love that you start to have for your unborn child. And it could even indicate new love for some people, falling in love, for you single people out there. So that's a really great cloud cover card for the month of February. Let me just make sure this is still working. Something's just popped up on my screen. I think we're still good to go. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull a card from my Shamanic Healing Oracle deck, and this will be the advice card for Pisces for the month of February 2017. This is the advice card for Pisces for the month of February 2017. Interesting. This is your advice card, for 2017. It's the number 10, and it's called Burden. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read that to you and see what it has to say in terms of advice for you for this month. Many times we take on the stress of those we love and care for. We see it as the ultimate sacrifice. We take on others' burdens to save them the trouble or heartache. Ironically, the way energy in the universe work makes this a very counterproductive way of operating. When we take on the burdens of others, we deny them the ability to learn and grow from their own lessons. We also interfere with divine planning and timing. Never one to be thwarted, any lessons circumvented will absolutely reappear, sometimes with much more force than what was originally intended. Ask yourself if you or another is taking on troubles and lessons not belonging to them out of a need to be needed. This stems from the fear that you or they are fundamentally not enough. This is not true. You are created perfect. Your fears and doubts keep you separated from this truth. This is a separation one can feel from Creator. Once you accept and believe you are perfect and worthy, the tendency to make yourself invaluable to others through your help and assistance will go away. Your relationships can then be based on truth and not manipulation. So that's very interesting. I think that really ties in here with whatever the situation is here, whether it's a relationship or career, or even a friendship, that you really can't take on. You can't save somebody. You can't do the work for them. You can't take on all their burdens. You have to sometimes let somebody go to be able to help yourself, to be able to also to be able to move on. So I feel like whatever situation this is that's sort of in the dark, it's going to be stirred up. You're going to get illumination, and you're going to realize that you can't take on another person's burden, that you have to let them go to learn their own lessons. And you have your own lessons to learn yourself. It takes a lot of unconditional love for yourself to do that. But you can't do it for somebody else. I also feel with this card that the universe will help you move on, will help you love yourself, will help you not be codependent in this situation. Once it's come to light, you'll be able to move on, and there will be lots of support there to help you do that. So that's really good news. It's hard work. I understand that, and it's not easy, but I think the energies this month are definitely there to support you, and I wish you the best of luck, Pisces, in the month of February, and we'll see you again in March. All the best.